So let us begin with the first stanza. O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has withered every wreck, the prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people are exulting. While follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But, O heart, 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 O the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. So, O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. Okay, so in this line, the poet, that is Walt Whitman, he is saying that the fearful trip is over or their voyage is over. And as I've told you, the voyage here stands for the American Civil War. So the poet is saying that uh, their fearful trip or the captain's fearful trip is over. The ship has withered every wreck, the prize we sought is won. Okay, so the ship, which symbolizes America, has went through a lot of difficulties. Okay, withered every wreck means has went through a lot of difficulties. Or the Americans, they have faced many difficulties during the Civil War, many torments or tortures. Okay, and the prize we sought is won. The prize here means the end of the Civil War. So, with the help of their captain, they fought for their rights and they won the battle. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people are exulting. Okay, so the people who stay at the port, they are ready to celebrate the victory as the ship arrives the port. Exulting means delighted or rejoicing or even excited. Okay, so the people are excited about the victory. That is, what do you mean by victory here? Victory means the end of the Civil War. Okay, so they are ringing the bells in celebration, and the speaker or the poet is saying that he is saying to the captain that everyone is in the mood of celebration. And these people, they are eagerly waiting for the arrival of the ship. While follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. Okay, here vessel means the ship, grim and daring, serious and fearless. Okay, and what do you mean by keel? A steel structure along the base of the ship. Keel is the steel structure. So the ship is at a distance, and the first thing which the people who waits at the port can see is the keel of the ship. And the people in the shore, they are eagerly waiting to congratulate the captain and the fellow beings in the ship. Okay, and the most peculiar quality of this poem is that the first four lines of each stanza explain something happy. Okay, it creates a happy mood, while the last four lines of each stanza creates a mood of sorrow. Okay, a sorrow mood or mood of sadness. Okay, a sad mood. So the last four lines, let us see the last four lines. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. Okay, so the next four lines, it starts with the word but, isn't it? But, which means despite all the happiness. Okay, so despite all the happiness, there is a sad element. And what is the sad element? Yes, it is the death of their captain. Okay, the master of their ship, or the one who was heading the ship. So the person or the captain who was heading the ship during the hard times or during the hardship in the voyage is no more. And who's the captain? Yes, it is Abraham Lincoln, the President of America. And the poet says that the captain lies dead on the deck of the ship. Okay, that's all about this first stanza. Now let us move on to the second stanza. O Captain, my Captain, arise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills, for you bouquets and ribbon wreaths, for you the shores are crowding. For you they call, the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you have fallen cold and dead. So now the speaker or poet says that, Captain, please rise up, and you cannot die or give up like this. Okay, and rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills. Okay, so the poet says to the captain that, please wake up and look at the flag which flung. Please hear the bugle. Bugle means it is a trumpet like thing, okay, which is being played. So please hear it and please look at the flag. It is for you they have brought the bouquets, for you bouquets and ribbon wreaths, for you the shores are crowding. So the people have gathered there for you, as well as they have brought bouquets as well as wreaths only for you. So please wake up. Everything is for you. And yes, for you they call, the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Okay, so people gather on the shore. They are calling the name of the captain, and they are also swaying from one side to another. They are celebrating. They are celebrating in this manner. And poet says that everything is done only for you. So please wake up and never give up. And you cannot give up. Okay. So as I've told you, the first four lines, it is all about celebration as well as happiness. But the next four lines, look at the next four lines. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you have fallen cold and dead. Okay. So, dear father, here the mentioning of the word father shows the closeness that the poet want to show between him as well as Abraham Lincoln. Okay, he was a fan. Maybe he was a fan of Abraham Lincoln. So here captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. Okay, so the speaker had put an arm beneath the head of the captain and he is trying to wake him up. It is some dream that on the deck you have fallen cold and dead. The poet or the speaker cannot believe that it is a reality, that the captain is no more. Okay, he never want to believe that, and he felt it to be a dream, okay, and not reality. It is some dream that on the deck you have fallen cold and dead. So the poet is not able to believe the reality that the captain is dead and he is lying on the deck. Okay, so that's all about this stanza. Now let us move on to the third stanza. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored, safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip, the victor ship comes in with object one. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells. But I, with mournful tread, walks the deck, my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. So now the ship has finally arrived on the shore and it has been anchored on the port. Okay, so anchored means secured to the bottom of the sea with an anchor. Okay, so safe and secure, it had been anchored on the port. And they are celebrating their victory. They become victorious and they achieve freedom. Object one means they won freedom. Okay, they won freedom from the fearful trip. Finally, it ended victoriously. But in the middle of all this, okay, the speaker or the poet, he tried hard to wake up the captain, but it does not work out. Why? Yes, because he is dead. The captain of the ship is dead. Captain or Abraham Lincoln is dead. He is not answering. Okay, he is not answering anything. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. Okay, so he is not answering anything, answering to any of those things told by the poet. And his lips are pale. Pale means light in color, as in dead body. Okay, so his lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse, no will. Okay, so he does not answer to anything that the poet says. Then he does not feel the arm. He doesn't have pulse or will Okay, he doesn't have pulse, his heart is not beating, and he does not have any will to rise up from his sleep. So he is completely dead. Okay. Exult, O shows, and ring, O bells. Exult. Exult means rejoice. Okay, so everybody is celebrating by ringing bells on the shore. Everybody is celebrating after the American Civil War. But poet, but I with mournful tread walk the deck, my captain lies fallen cold and dead. But poet or the speaker, he is walking through the deck with heavy steps. Okay, mournful means sorrowful or heavy. Tread means steps. Okay, so he is walking on the deck with heavy steps where the captain lies. He is really sad. Poet is really sad, and everyone on the shore is celebrating their victory. But for the poet, what matters more is the loss of his father or captain who lead them in the victorious journey. Okay, in the victory of their country. So the poet is really sad that they lost their master while achieving freedom. Okay, so that's all about the stanza. And this poem, O Captain, My Captain, it is a blend of both reality as well as imagination. The captain in this poem, it is Lincoln. The ship is United States of America, and the voyage or the fearful voyage, it stands for the American Civil War. Okay, I hope this poem is clear to you, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so that's it. Thank you and have a good day.